It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Good morning, model citizens. My name is Heath, and this is Hangout with Humanity. Welcome. I have some exciting things planned. Originally, I was thinking I was going to keep working on my Modeling Monday project, but then I came up with an even better idea. So I'm actually going to work on that. But while I was setting that up, I had a little accident, and part of my Modeling Monday project kind of broke into several pieces. So I am going to glue that together first, but then we're going to get on to kind of a little bit of an unboxing, kind of a little bit of a comparison. I'm going to pull two items out. We're going to take a look at them and maybe even get them working if I'm lucky. While we're watching the live stream list and the other YouTube videos and stuff that are going on, you can see that over on this side of the screen. We're going to start saying hello to some people. Steve Childers is in the house. We have John from Schuylkill River Valley is here. Roy Eltham is joining us. Respect is earned, not given is here as well. Randall Ellison joining us. Pete Clark checking in from across the pond. We have Tyler, Mr. Lackawanna Rail fan in the house. Lynn McCurdy is just dropping in as well. We've got Crazy Joe 67 and also Joe Raider Black Rock Central. Now we have multiple Joes, we have multiple Steves, we have multiple Johns. It's just getting crazy. We're at multiple Roys. We got Roy Containerman 68 in the house. Tim CP368 Productions is here. Colin Wykes is in the house. Nisi Johnson joining us, and Adam Cruz at the top of the list, but I read it upside down. Let's see, we got Mark from My Life's Tracks also checking in with us this morning. So what's this project? I think a lot of people know about this t-trak speedometer. A lot of people have it. A lot of people use it. There's a new product out on the market that is also another speedometer type device. So we're going to take this out, take a little look at it, and maybe do a little comparison between the t-trak, if I can make that happen, and we'll figure it out from there. Catnuts, welcome, sir. We got Bernard C. checking in as well. David Atkins. I can change my name to John if you'd like. David, we'll call you whatever you want to be called. It's 100% up to you. But speaking of multiple name people with Steve. You're Steve. We've got another Steve. You're both a pain in my butt. So we'll just get that out in the open right away. But how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You working on anything exciting these days? Or you just coming to hang out and give me a hard time today?
A little both. For 2 weeks I've been working on this lumber yard and bakery and so forth. So there is kind of maybe it's going to show, maybe it's not.
Yeah,
There's
that
such a
lumberyard's
lag.
looking good. That's for sure. Yeah.
I've got just about every type of lumber. I've got some insulation, pipe, window frames, sheetrock, rolls of chain link. So just about anything you find at the old 60s era lumberyards.
That's pretty awesome. As Roy Eltham says, Heath will call you anything you want, or Paul. Which is very true. Hillbilly Railroads checking in. Martin Seals from it seems like everyone has an AccuTrak. And I think that's kind of true, because for a while I feel like that was like the only one really available. There is a TCS one, I believe, but you have to like hardwire it into your layout, which I think a lot of people don't like doing. So I think a lot of people went with the AccuTrak, but this other guy is less expensive. Iron Planet Hobbies actually has both of these devices, so I thought it was kind of a good thing to look at. But before we do that, I am going to glue this puppy together because I can't believe I broke it in the first place. But, I'll put this together, then we'll get to the AccuTrak. Frank, yeah, I bought a speaker off of, what's that called? Amazon. I'm going to give it a try, see how it works. The spec said 1.5 watts, 8 amps, or 8 ohms. So I got a 1.5 watt, 8 ohm speaker, and hopefully that'll work. Joey is in the house, Late Night Model Railroads here. If anybody else wants to join, you're more than welcome to come up as well. I got a couple things being tested in the background that may or may not come up later, depending on how things go. So, there may be some adventure we get to experience during this stream, as always.
Heath, did you see Rick Bailey's Saturday or Sunday afternoon session with the AccuTrak?
I did not, actually. I think I saw that he went live, and I heard that I got blamed a lot, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah,
I don't...
well, it was hilarious. Adult beverages were involved.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Joey says he's working, so if there's background noise, it's him. I would argue if there's any background noise, I think we all know who it actually is. Steve.
I need
Yeah, I
Believe
can't.
Steve shirts.
I cannot believe I was setting up and I was trying to move things around, and I've got limited space. And next thing I knew, this guy was airborne, heading for the ground. So now I'm...
We ought to require Angel shares when he shows up to bring samples for everybody.
Samples? What's he
Yeah,
bringing? What's he bringing samples for?
You know what Angel shares refers to?
I do not.
It's part of the distilling process for whiskey. It's actually
well,
the part that evaporates.
the Angels share. Getcha. Oh, that's pretty cool. Adam Cruz says we need mute Steve shirts.
The devil share is what gets locked into the wood casks.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I went to a distillery in upstate New York, bourbon distillery. The bourbon was just so good. Yeah.
You're ever in Louisville, all right, you need to go on the bourbon tour, bourbon trail.
Right. Yeah,
Man.
good old Kentucky bourbon. The Angel's Share says, I have my own Water Horse whiskey.
Ah, very good.
And he says, you're more than welcome to some, Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Frank, what's happening?
Not much. Just watching you.
You look like you're in a... When you first popped up, it looked to me like you were in a blind out deer hunting or something like that.
I'm laying on the couch.
It's like it's dark out. Seems like you're hiding out so you can sneak up on them deer. Is it even deer season? Probably not even deer season.
No. Turkey season.
Turkey season.
So Steve, let me see what you did with those F units.
Oh, okay. Let me fire them up.
Steve, I'm making you big while I finish gluing this up. And now I've got a mess on my workbench, and I'm just sweeping it on the floor. Because why not? Upstate New York, so you went 2 miles north of New York City. I think it was a little farther than that, but yeah, basically. Wasn't much farther than that. You know, upstate is upstate. And I don't know if this is going to work because the magnet's going to want to hold that away. So we're not going to do it that way. We're going to just do it this way. The 1, 2, 3 block. Is that the ice cream truck coming?
No, my grandson left his little potty watch here. He has a little watch that tells him to go use the potty care.
Oh. Does he forget?
He hates the dang thing. I think that's why he left it here.
Oh. But does he forget when he needs to go? And
Yeah, he has pull-ups on still.
Gotcha.
He's almost 3.
Here it is, Frank.
Steve still wears his pull-ups too, so, you know.
Did you wire them up with the Mars light and stuff?
Oh, yeah. This one's got Mars light.
Yeah.
Although I did screw up. I wasn't paying attention when I tested the sound out on this one.
Yeah.
And I got a short, and it burned out the sound device on the A unit.
Uh-huh.
It still works sound, so all my sound is coming out of the B unit.
That's
And
okay.
I've got to just replace. Well, what it does is I use the F3 brown wire on the for the F3 function to do the Mars light.
Right.
All right, that comes off of the rear.
You guys have completely lost me already. I don't. If I have no idea what you guys are talking about, it's very likely nobody knows what you're talking about.
Now you know how I feel when Tom brings up Arduino.
Yeah. I'm with you, Frank. I'm with you. So anyway, I've got the Mars light in, but until I replace that decoder, because it comes off of the sound side of the decoder,
Yeah.
the Mars light won't work.
It's
wired in. It will work once I change out the decoder. So,
How you doing, Jerry? Jerry Setteralley's in the house. Jerry, have you seen Steve's Lumberyard?
That decoder. That decoder that I had.
Go ahead, Frank.
That decoder I had bought from Iron Planet that was dead out of the package. So I sent it to Soundtracks. It got it on the 24th. I still haven't got my replacement.
I sent a locomotive to Microtrains like a month ago, and I haven't gotten it yet either.
Oh, they're fixing the loco, right?
Yeah.
This
Lynn McCurdy
speaker-
said sorry, not Lynn. Martin was saying, I thought the brown wires went to the speaker. Maybe that's your problem.
No, brown wires, blue and no, black and red on a Digitrax. Here, this frame is all wired up, so. This is the rear, not the 9-pin, but the rear, and the speaker comes off black and white. The capacitor is
The speak,
black and blue, and then
Hey,
brown.
Steve,
Yes.
all we see is the belly.
Yeah.
Well, I like my belly. Anyway,
I was trying to figure out what the heck Steve was doing, but I was just kind of figured out we'll just let him go because I generally have no idea what he's doing.
on a Digitrack, you got the front plug and the rear plug. Okay.
Yeah.
Rear plug goes to your sound and auxiliary functions. It's the capacitor and the sound, but the F3 control is off the brown wire back here. Okay. So F3, all of my ones with Mars light, the second headlight that's set up as a Mars light is off of that F3 because that's what Digitrax said the best way to do it was.
Yeah, I don't use plugs on mine. I hardwire them all in.
So
Anyway.
are most people in the chat DCC or DC? Like, do most people have a clue what Steve and Frank are talking about, or are most people as lost as I am? Well, I should say I do DCC. I don't know all the wire colors and all that kind of stuff.
He buys factory installed stuff.
Well, I've done a bunch of drop-in.
Oh,
Done
that's
a bunch of drop-in decoders. I haven't done
8-pin, right?
no pin. Mostly like split chassis stuff, slide into the chassis
Oh,
kind
okay.
of things. Yeah. Looks like we do have a bunch of people. DCC, Roy Eltham, Lynn McCurdy, Daniel Banks, Crazy Joe is DC. Adam Cruz is DCC mostly, but he uses ESU and soundtracks. Container Man has no clue what he is. Yeah, Container Man, you got to put some DCC in your containers, right? Brian Page says he's both. Bernard C says he's learning. The Angel Sarah says DC at the moment. He has a rough understanding of DCC. Lee is DC. Damien's DC and MFX. I don't know what MFX is. Yeah, N scale. Usually there's no plug. You just stick it in there. Hillbilly DCC hardwire. Lynn's all Digitrax. Tyler's both. Dave P's DCC. Now there's a lot of DCC guys. Container Man says he has a DCC guy. Fred says he's DCC and he enjoys installing decoders. I like the challenge. So people that do all the hardwiring of decoders, are you guys HO people or are you N-scale people?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe, who the heck wants to hardwire an N scale?
These big hands, these bad eyes, not happening in N-scale.
That's exactly right.
I'm always impressed the people that are N-scale and put sound in all their locomotives. Gordy Robinson, the new president of the NMRA, put sound in every single one of his N-scale locomotives, and most of them he does it all himself.
Now, didn't you put one in that had the speaker on the drop-in decoder?
Yeah, the MRC decoders for the GG1s come with the speakers, right?
Yeah, in my opinion, MRC decoders are junk.
They are, but it's the only it was the only drop-in sound decoder for the GG1, so I figured I'll give it a try. You know, I mean,
if you want me to put a better decoder in for you, I will.
Well, I got the. I do have some of the TCS decoders.
They are nice. I have one loco with a TCS. They are nice,
Yeah.
especially with you don't even have to go into the CVs to program it. They got the Wild Sound's got the
voice.
options to do it right through the voice. Yeah.
There's no sound in the TCS ones though for the GG1, so you'd have to, you'd have to put something else in. The drop-in decoder
Mm.
for the GG1 that's TCS is just motor only.
Yeah, I have a Bachman 462 Pacific Streamline that has TCS wow sound in it.
Yeah.
The dang thing's actually crazy. It'll, like I said, it'll play the Star Spangled Banner,
Yeah.
all that stuff, Amazing Grace, plus all the normal sounds.
Almost all my stuff is Digitracks, just because it's what the first one I ever did was Digitracks. Kind of
Most of mine
with
are
it.
Steve.
I do have a Economy or whatever soundtracks Economy in a F7, and
Yeah.
I got a BLI with the
Paragon.
Rogan, yeah, Paragon, Rolling Thunder, blah blah blah. But it spent more time back at BLI than on my layout. And
That's crazy. I never had any problems with my BLIs.
they look great. It doesn't run worth a damn. It really needs a Stay Alive in it.
Yeah, I've got a couple BLIs, and 3 of them don't run well at all, and 2 of them are like rock solid.
I got lucky then. All 3 of
Are
them
the rock
solid.
solid ones diesels and the bad ones steamers by chance?
They're all SD70 aces. The bad ones are 1066s, and the ones that work well is a 1067 and a 1073. So yeah. JT1's joining us. Who else? Anthony Dodge is here. The Glue King is here. Martin says I've had no luck with BLI or MTH.
I do have a couple of proto before they're still lifelike, but just barely before Walters took hold with QSI.
Yeah.
QSL. All right. Both of those decoders went bad.
Now I heard, and I don't know if it's true, but I thought that the Paragon decoders, or at least the Paragon 3s, were made by QSI. Does anyone know if that's actually true?
I do not
can't find a place to buy replacement QSI decoders. I'm going to end up putting Soundtracks Tsunami 2s in both of them.
You know, when I first started out, I went out on the cheap and I bought a bunch of Bachman sound value, and I just wasn't happy with the limit of the sounds and whatnot. So those 4 or 5 engines have all got switched over to Soundtrack Tsunamis, and the last couple Bachmans that I've actually bought, I just went ahead and saved money and bought the DCC ready ones and then put the soundtracks in them.
Yeah, some of the Bachman Spectrum stuff I actually think is pretty good. I'm not so sure about the regular line, but in Europe, the Bachman International line is apparently a lot higher end than what we think of Bachman here in the U.S. Dragon Ball's in the house.
Yeah, Tyler, my E7 is one of my E7s is a Bachman with a Kananami in it, and I mean, it's a great runner. Right, sounds good on it, no complaints at all.
And the only problem I've had with MTH was my Challenger. I had to send it back. The smoke unit burned up, even with oil in it.
Yeah, so let's just take a look real quick. So I'm going to look at the AccuTrack 2. Iron Planet Hobbies has it for $78.23. I know there are cheaper places, but with my discount code, you get 10% off and free shipping. So I think the pricing works out pretty close. I got this one a while ago, but I actually haven't even opened it yet. So today's going to be the first try with me opening it, and we'll see how that goes.
If you're those are awesome. That's how I did all my locos. I was pulling my hair out until I bought one of those.
Well, and we're gonna take a look and kind of compare it with this guy, which is a DRM multi-scale speedometer called the SPC 100. It's only $55, so it's significantly cheaper. It's not as, I mean, you can kind of, see the, oh, I didn't bring it up. Here it is, the DRM multi-scale. It's packaged and everything very differently. You can kind of see, the t-trak comes like in a box and it comes with the frame and everything, whereas the DRM SPC 100 doesn't. But, it's also a lot cheaper, and if it does exactly the same thing, I'm all about saving a few bucks. So
I think the problem you may find out with that second one there is if you look in that box, you pull that one out the frame, the opposite side of that frame has a white background to catch the IR.
So this one,
see the white background inside it?
But why this one is potentially better is that it can be both, what do they call it? Let me try and zoom in a little bit so I can be better. This can be both reflective and blocking. So it doesn't, the t-trak 2 is only reflective, whereas this one can be both.
Okay.
So that's potentially an advantage of this guy. And I don't know, on the t-trak, are the sensors adjustable?
No.
On this guy, the sensors are adjustable, so you can adjust the sensitivity on them.
I don't think that the t-trak needs to be adjustable because it only goes that distance to that reflective paint.
Oh, right, because it's a thing. One thing that I thought of that I would love with this, with the DRM version, is I wish that the sensor LEDs were a separate piece, because I would love, this guy to be able to mount it on my fascia, and then just put the little LEDs on my layout. I hate seeing this big huge thing on a layout.
Well, build a tunnel around it.
Build a tunnel around which one?
Around the one in your hand. Build a tunnel around.
Oh, yeah. I can build a tunnel around either of them.
Just have the screen showing.
The only time I have my t-trak out is when I am setting up a locomotive to begin with. All right. And
Yeah.
Speed curve. So other than that, it's not seen.
Well, and that's probably what's nice about this guy too, is it's so much smaller.
Where's the screen on that one?
It's right on it.
Oh, so it can't be.
So this will sit. I'm putting standoffs. Let's zoom in a little bit. I'm putting some standoffs on it, and what it's going to do is it's just going to sit.
Okay, to make up for the roadbed. Yeah.
It'll just sit right in front of the track. So it'll sit like this. And then these little buttons here adjust the sensitivity. What I do kind of like about this is it's powered just off of standard USB. So you could either plug it into a wall, you can get
another cord,
or just plug a cord into it. I got to figure out.
Can the screen itself be remote?
Unfortunately, so that's what I was looking at too. I wasn't sure if the screen was on headers or anything. None of it is on headers. So I think the easiest thing to do would be to solder in some connectors on the sensors and make a little board that the sensors fit in to keep the spacing correct, and then be able to remote it.
Yeah.
Because I think there's another speedometer out there that the sensors
TCSs.
are remote. Okay.
Yeah, TCSs. You put the you hardwire the sensors into your layout, and then the panel goes on the fascia. It's very expensive though, which
is it?
Yeah, unfortunately. But I like this. This comes out of Taiwan. I found this from Model Train Technology, I think it's called. who
I usually,
is
I like looking down on it.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd put it.
yeah. Right, I guess that is a thing, right? You need a piece of straight track with some space around it. But I mean, same with this, right? I mean, like this, you need you need plenty of space around that as well.
Yeah,
So
but
the
for as much as you're going to use it, Steve, that I mean, for as much like Steve said, it doesn't go on the layout unless you're using it.
yeah.
And then
So this guy here is 5529 compared to the AccuTrack, which you can get for like $70 ish.
so that one's actually like $50.
Yeah, so with the discount, this one's $50 shipped to you. The AccuTrack, if you get the AccuTrack at like Yankee Dabbler for $70 and you use Vinny's code for 7% off, plus then the shipping, it ends up being like $70. So this one's like $50 shipped, and this one's like $70 shipped.
Yeah, that's where I got it.
Iron Planet. I think I got it from Iron Planet for $68 shipped.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I thought. I could be wrong.
yeah. He does have one left. I did check that out. So this little piece here is loose for some reason. So I got out the screwdriver, and while I'm screwing that in, let's say hello to Crazy Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
What's happening, Joe?
Nothing. Just watching.
Nothing's happening.
Nope.
Didn't you have a train show last weekend?
Yep.
How was it?
Did you get out there?
Yeah, I had my layout and stuff. But it's
Did you buy anything, or did you just show stuff off?
bought stuff. I actually, speaking of bought,
I challenge anybody to go to a train show and not buy something.
yeah, that's
I know, right?
Really?
I know. Let's see if I go to this camera, you'll be able to see everything. So I don't have. The only thing I have right now is just this box car that I'm just going to push in front of the sensors, just because that was the easiest thing to set up. So I'm going to go with that for now.
Yeah, we're already shooting him.
Oh,
Awesome.
N-Scale Cole says, but you can always find a discount. Yeah, I haven't found the AccuTracks for much less than 65-ish. Sometimes you can see them. Yeah, retail 79, but Yankee Dabblers 69.99, and Iron Planet Hobbies was 78.23 without the 10% off using my discount code.
All right, I got mine from Yankee Dabbler
Yeah.
with his
Yeah.
discount.
The thing people have to
EB Tech,
always
can't you
remember
remove the
when you say-
sensors from the box and just place them next to the track? Yeah, with the AccuTrack one, I believe you can just remove this whole box.
But it's reflective off the other side, which is white.
Yeah, but who cares about that? I mean, you can just put anything white behind it,
Yeah.
which I actually kind of like better to some extent.
One thing most
Hey, Joe,
people
I'm just
forget
going to
about-
mute you because of the birds. Just unmute yourself when you want to talk.
One thing people
So-
forget about buying on eBay or online stores is they always forget about totally landed costs, meaning if there's tax,
Shipping and everything.
if there's shipping, etc. What does it cost to your door versus
Right.
brick and mortar?
Yeah, and that's like, you can find this cheaper from other places, but the free shipping deal from Iron Planet Hobbies makes the cost to your door really,
Advantageous.
really great. So, yeah. Okay, so let's turn this thing on. And of course, it's set up on HO right now. I'm going to have to pull the directions out because I don't remember how to switch it, and it's not obvious.
There's just a switch right on the front. Switch it to N.
There's a switch on
It's
the
right there on
front.
the front.
There's an on-off switch on the front. There's a
Oh.
setup
Should be
button.
HON.
Yeah, the setup button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's only a single button. Like, this guy's got two buttons on it, right? So when the menu comes up, you have two choices. So you select the one button or the other. On this guy, there's only one button, and I don't know.
It'll toggle between HO and N.
And then does it toggle between miles per hour and kilometers as well?
Yes, and kilometers, yes.
So I need to find something to poke at this, which is always. I can never. Whenever I need something to poke at things, I never have something to poke at things.
You got all them tools right in front of you.
Yeah.
Needle nose.
Tweezers might work. Okay, so turn it off. Let's turn it back on. It says HO, and I guess if I hit the setup, it doesn't do anything. Hold on.
Wait till it boots. Wait till it boots up.
Oh, wait till it completely boots up?
Yes.
And,
there you go.
And now hit the setup.
Yes.
I feel like I'm not doing something right. Setup. HO. Oh, there we go. HON. Oh, I see. N160. So it's saying it's 1/160th. Gotcha. So now, theoretically, when I put it over this and run the train through, it says nothing.
It will. Let it.
How long does it take?
Turn it off and on again. Let it boot up and in.
Boy, is Accutrak's really winning all kinds of points today. All right, so there's N.
That's because you're on N.
Yeah.
The rest is on HO.
Oh, there we go. So now it says that was 130 miles per hour. Now it still says nothing.
No, you have to wait till the speed resets to run through it again.
Oh. Now that says that was 10 miles per hour. Oh, I have to wait for it to completely stop. It doesn't, it won't.
It'll hold the speed for a second for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, so what's interesting is with my, yeah, Ed Scale Cole is saying read the instructions. And Hillbilly Railroad says, who does that? Frank is my instructions right now. He's just giving me bad information, that's all.
I'm giving you perfect information. You're just not following along. Again, it's your fault.
I'm in tune with Frank here.
So it seems to be working.
Of course.
All right, let's move that out of the way. Let's plug this guy in and see what happens when we plug this guy in. So this is the first time plugging it in, so I hope it actually works. Probably should have checked it before.
You know what's really cool about those tools? Because when you're setting those up to speed match and stuff, I realized what speed I got from each speed step.
All right, hold on 1 second. Check that out. So this is something the other one doesn't do.
Oh, now
you see that right there? See what that says? What my two options are? N or O. This one will do O scale.
Is one of them fix your mic?
What?
You sound like you're talking down a metal tunnel.
Really? Is it better now when I'm not talking as loud?
No, it is not T3PO.
You sound okay on my end.
Oh, okay. So it's just Frank. It's Frank's internet connection. So we're gonna ignore Frank. So yeah. So this is pretty cool. So it says N. I'm gonna make myself bigger for a second so we can all see this. So this is what I like about this guy when it focuses is it'll do N and O gauge or HO or OO. So for me, I'm going to hit the top button to select N or O. And then it gives you another choice for N or O. And if I want N gauge, I hit the top button. O gauge, I hit the bottom button. So I'm going to hit N. And then it says detect speed. Oh, that's kind of cool. It actually shows you as it goes by. It shows you sensor 1, sensor 2. As it's like collecting it. Sensor 1, 2, speed 1.7. Nope. I'm trying to. There you go. 147.8.
What you really need is to run it past both of them with a locomotive powered the same.
And see if they're the same.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can do that.
Do it on your track that goes back and forth, I would think.
Yeah, if I can. It seems to be giving me trouble right now. But let's see if I can get that working. Let's turn this off. It's just saying 1.7, and I don't know if that's. I wonder if that's the reflection issue or if that's something. So there is a way to switch it from one reflection mode to the other. Speaking of Paul, how's Dave P doing?
Good. You?
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
All right, guys, I'm stopping off. I gotta go get the wife some lunch.
Have
All
fun.
right, bye, Frank.
All right.
Bye, Frank.
So this seems to be stuck on 1.7 miles per hour now, and I don't know why.
Because you didn't read the instructions.
Well, I actually read the instructions for this guy before we started. Oh, Scott Eric Catalano, our other Pittsburgh friend. IR sensors pick up everything. That's why they have the cover over the track. Yeah, so this guy has IR sensors and it's got the other sensors. The trim pot sensors next to the sensors are to adjust the sensitivity. I do know that much. I don't know why it seems to be stuck.
Hello, Kieran.
So I do like that it's Container Man says, is that Dave P or Paul? Kieran's saying hello. Dave Atkins says, I'm back. Pink Floyd was fantastic. So yeah, okay, so let's select N-Gauge again. Sensor 2. I don't know why it's saying sensor 2. Speed 1.7. Well, let's look at the directions. So the directions are actually right here on the site here. So let's see. Sensor 1, sensor 2, key select 1 and 2. Yeah. Instructions. After displaying for 3 seconds, engage, blah, blah, blah. After the train passes through the detection zone, the LCD will display speed for 3 seconds. After the SPC enters the detection speed state. I wonder if I have too much light on the... there it goes. Now it says detect speed. There we go. So that's... Oh, there we go. Now it goes back to detect speed. I don't know if you can see that there. Remove
So
this.
what'd you do to make her do that?
I don't know. Steve, do you come here because I know what I'm doing?
No, I come here for comic relief.
Nisi says, yep, it's me, Nisi. Edward, what's going on?
Not that much.
Hey, Edward.
Trying to get the... There's a piece of reflective film over this that if I can get off, it probably won't reflect as much. All right, there we go. So it says detect speed. And if I run in front of it, it says sensor 1, 2, and shows the speed. Let's see if I can get the train in the background going, because that would be kind of interesting to see if the trains would do the same thing. I'm having a little trouble with it right now, though. It seems to go one way and then not change direction for some reason.
That again would be an IR sensor issue, wouldn't it? Isn't that what that
Nice
one does?
boxcar. Crazy.
Oh yeah.
We'll let Joe show off her stuff while I'm trying to figure out why this is
I
not
got this at the
cooperating
train
today.
show.
Cool.
Had one when I was a kid, and I lost it. And well, it was stolen. Actually, I know who stole it, but that's neither here nor then. But I found this at the train show, so I bought it.
Cool.
I like the little odd cars like that.
Is that a ON30, Joe?
No, that's in scale, just like this
okay.
one in scale.
Marty's listening at work. Adam says it's snowing.
Yep, snowing here.
Wow. Yeah, it's like 41.
I always thought this was cool. It's like an old-timey car, but it's got Uncle Sam on it. But I bought that a few years ago.
84, I'm not knowing here.
It was 75 a few days ago. I was riding my bike, and now it's snowing. So no riding today.
All right, so let's
Hi, Marty.
see if we.
Hello, younger Steve.
Lee's checking in. So let's see what the AccuTrack may have timed out. I may have to turn it off and back on again. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's on anymore.
Yeah, I gotta.
Let's go off. Let's go on. N160.
Now this is ON30.
Oh yeah, that looks more like ON30. Okay.
I gotta put the engineer back in it. She got broke off, so I gotta glue her back on.
All right, so the AccuTrack says 14, which we can't really see, so give me 1 second and I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out a different camera. And we're going to hook up this other camera. And
Can you
we'll
put
see
the
if we
other
can't.
sensor right next to the AccuTrack?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Uh.
But I want to get this other...
I know, I'm being impatient, right?
I want to get this other camera set up real quick.
I got a question for you, Heath.
I got an answer for you, or at least I'll make something up. I don't know if it'll be a good answer.
What do you got more of, locomotives or cameras?
Definitely locomotives. But that is a good question. Alright, so I'm gonna need... I feel like I use these 1, 2, 3 blocks for like weights more often than I use them for anything else. Alright, so let's switch to NDI. There we go.
Ah, in stereo.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I can, let's fix that. Let's turn...
Well, you're back to mono.
Yep, this should be better now. So this seems to be stuck on a speed again and not going to detect mode. Well, they definitely both have their finickiness. That's for sure.
I didn't have any finickiness with my AccuTrack. Of course,
What
I'm
are you
HO,
saying?
that's why.
That's just a given. But you can't do O scale with your speedometer.
And I would want to... Why?
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask about this guy. Why it kind of. It seems to get stuck on this. Like right now, it's well, that seemed to help. Let's see if it goes back into detection mode. Maybe it does need something on the other side, which is what's. I want to get to a point where I've got both of them on, and that seems to be difficult today for some reason. I love doing this stuff live. It always works just so perfectly.
Doesn't it?
It's got fun doing live because they usually go wrong.
Oh, and this seems to definitely be going wrong right now.
So it's a blame Heath moment.
The good thing is, if it goes right, you know it's going to go right all
Definitely
the
a blame
time.
Heath moment.
And I just knocked my little N-scale boxcar on the ground. That was brilliant. I think this is I might be having a sensor sensitivity thing, but I don't know why it's not. Boy, this is fun. No, it wasn't the O scale that hit the ground. It was just N scale at least, so that's good. Steve would just need to block his speedometer up higher to do O, but it would be an HO. There's no way to set the AccuTrack to O.
Well,
Unless I'm
wouldn't it be
mistaken.
twice as fast or half as fast?
I don't know. You tell me.
HO would be half. It'd be half.
Half O.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Wouldn't the speed also be half?
I don't know the answer to that. I would guess so.
I don't think it's actually
Or would it be-
quite half because of let's see, O scale is 148 and HO scale is 147. So that's not an exact half.
Get you in the ballpark.
Yeah.
And in the grand scope of things, at least from a DCC standpoint, you can use it to speed match your locomotives. It really doesn't matter, or limit them. Like I limit all my locomotives top end to 70 miles an hour.
So
And then I
what's
just match their speed curves accordingly.
So this does seem to be a sensor sensitivity issue because it is going into detection mode. Sensor 1, sensor 2, it shows the speed, and then it goes back to detect speed. But it seems like with the stuff right on the other side of it, it does seem like it wants some open space behind it. So what we could try doing is putting something white behind it and seeing if that changes the story. Of course, so much junk here. Slide the one down a little. Could be a little too much light on Heath's workbench. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That definitely is not helping the light on the workbench. So let's reset this. And I can start messing with the dials too and turning down the sensitivity. I was just sort of trying not to do that yet, but let's see if once the train goes by, I'm going to, when I cover them up, it doesn't seem to. Let's see how to change it into reflective mode. Let's take a look at that. So switch gauge, switch mode. It has two detection modes, reflection and block. The train body color is bright color, blah, blah, blah. The train body color is dark color, use the block mode. So I guess let's try the block mode. The LCD displaying detect speed. Press the 2 button. So let's move it here. So when it goes to detect speed, I hit this button. There you go. Reflection or block. So what do we think we're trying? Block, right? There we go. Detect speed. Seem to... Now it doesn't seem to be doing anything. So on reflection mode, so with the white there on reflection mode, it seems to always be triggered and not stop being triggered. But then when I go to block mode, let's go, come on, detect speed. Oh. Isn't this fun? Everyone in the chat is like, "Come on now, this is just getting ridiculous."
No,
We're
everybody's
like,
used to it.
nothing is happening. They're like, "Why are we watching this guy struggle like this? There does not seem to be any point to this." I'm trying to get it to go back into detection mode. Well, I will say the one advantage of the t-trak is because it's built into the box, it seems to... Oh, there we go. Huh. I see. So detect mode... So we want it on reflection mode. Alright, so we definitely want it on reflection mode. But I just need it to... Need to probably turn down the sensitivity.
I hear you, Roy.
What is Roy saying?
Oh, nothing.
Can we all find a more interesting channel? You can, Roy. You're fine. You can go
No,
wherever
that's
you
not
want.
what he said.
Oh, what did he say? Did he say something before that?
He said, I'm laughing at how the cheaper one without the cover has all kinds of problems.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this Roy. Or it's operator error, which could be
Highly possible.
Yeah, highly possible when it's Heath trying to operate it, so it's just a blame Heath moment.
Younger Steve says to Container Man Roy, there's a paint drying channel we can go to.
Yeah, probably. So clockwise rotation detection is weak. Counterclockwise is strong. So I need to go clockwise to make it weaker. Be this way. So now it should be weak sauce. And let's see. Now that's too weak. Let's turn this up until it detects. There we go, sensor 1. And there's sensor 2. So now let's see if it'll reset. Or not. Probably not, because it needs to... Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go stop. We're going to reset it. Or let it reset. Come on. There we go. Speed. Should reset. So now with the train in place, we're going to turn the sensors down until it senses the train car. Let's move forward a little bit. So yeah, apparently this was operator error, maybe.
Highly
There's sensor
probable.
1.
No.
Let's see. There's sensor 2. So now, if I run it, the question is, will it reset?
So it is
speed?
blame Heath.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, blame Heath. Blame yourself, Heath.
Not resetting. That's the part that's
Frustrating.
yeah. Let's see if it's gonna detect it though. Oh, there you go. Sensor 1, sensor 2, 16.9. And then let's see. And this says 10. So that's interesting that they're not even close to being the same, which makes me wonder which one's correct. But at least now I know how to adjust it. So the key is you put Roy says switch cameras. To which camera, Roy? You want this camera? Oh, or you're saying switch it like this so you can see it. There we go. That's probably better. So when it went backwards, it said it's 109. It's hard to get the two to see both screens at once. Roy says he trusts the t-trak more. It definitely has more history, that's for sure. So the one on the right saying detect 1 and 2, 23.6. And the one on the left is saying 10 still. So the one on the left is definitely giving a much more accurate reading.
Nice one, Lee.
Consistent. We don't know if it's accurate.
Nice one, Lee.
Good point.
I've got no.
Very good point. Containerman says, what are you doing? We can't see. Yeah, so I'm having a little problem because... Oh, you know what I can maybe do? Go to this. Let's see now. So this camera... how can I... I'm trying to... I can't tip that camera down more. Boy, this is just not working well. Oh, here, we can try this. Let's do this. Yes, apparently I need more cameras. Whoever was asking me that earlier.
More cameras just means more headache.
Alright. So, there's the speed on that guy. And 1 second, I will... I put this down here with a little something under it. We can then see that guy. So we'll see how many people I have made sick from all the camera movements.
Thank God for not having motion sickness.
Yeah. Let's go to this guy for a second. Alright, so I feel like we're at a point where the testing is more reliable. And when I say more reliable, I mean at least we're getting something.
109.
Yeah, so you can see it's sensing sensor 1 and 2, and now that one's saying 21.8. Oh, and now the t-trak's saying 12. I wonder if partly it's because that's such a dark locomotive. But you would think it should do any locomotive.
Yeah, as long as and again, I don't know that accuracy matters as much as consistency.
Right. Yes, exactly. Steve87 PSAP says I need a producer to help me. Ain't that the truth? I don't know why this guy's flickering so much, but
Now, what
need to switch it to block sensor. Yeah, when I had it on block though, it seemed to. I mean, we can try now that I got it working. So put it back on block. But that's on block. So now that's saying 155. So let's see what happens. So I just changed the sensor on the right, which is this guy here, from reflection to block. Heath, the color matters. The boxcar has the white border on the image, and that detects different. Oh, yeah, that's true. So let's see. Oh, Keith from CAMP is here. Okay, there we go. So 16.2 now on block. I wish this would stop flickering, though. I don't know why that's doing that. That's kind of annoying. I apologize for the flickering.
What I don't have a flicker.
Oh, I see my camera flickering. Alright, so now it says 9 miles per hour, and the AccuTrack's saying 12. But it does seem to be doing something different. I'm gonna take the dwarf car off, so that we're just running the locomotive, because I think what was happening there is you were getting readings from multiple things. You don't see that bottom right camera flickering?
I do.
No.
Yeah, I do now. I've just seen it now.
Alright, so now the AccuTrack is saying 19, and the other one was 17.5. Let me...
That's pretty close.
What I'm trying to get to the point, though, is where... Oh, and I'm trying to fix that bottom right camera. I'm having a...
Heath moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a camera issue.
Now,
But
what
I
kind of camera is that?
The one on the left is my iPhone, and the one on the right is a GoPro.
So you're having the problem with the GoPro?
Yeah.
Now, how do you have the iPhone connected?
NDI. Why? It does not seem... Now the GoPro won't connect. I finally had this all working, too. So if we go just to the NDI camera, because now the GoPro's not working for me. Let's see. Can we see both? So that now says 10.8, and the AccuTrack now says 13. So let's see when it goes back. So I'm not necessarily trying to get them to read exactly the same. What I'm trying to get them to do is... what am I trying to get them to do? I'm trying to get them to be consistent.
And keep in mind, don't judge going forward against going in reverse. You want to just look at the forward, the consistency of the forward speed, and the consistency of the reverse speeds on both units.
Oh, interesting.
Because a
Now
locomotive
tell
will
me,
run
Steve.
differently forward to reverse.
Yeah, it depends on the gearing.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Gearing,
of course,
weight
now you bring
distribution.
that up. Let's see if this one...
Just
Yeah,
feed the
it's
information. Baby steps, Heath. Baby steps.
What do you think? I can't handle more than one thing at a time? Is that what you're...
I refuse to comment. I'll get muted.
Is that what you're telling me?
It'll be mute shielders.
Okay, so here we go. We're getting there now. So is somebody writing down the forward speeds and the back speeds so that we... So it is interesting. They have been different every time. Jay, thanks for joining, becoming a member over here on YouTube. Much appreciated.
But you also got to think it looks like the AccuTrack gives the miles per hour, whereas the other one has an extra digit to it also. So it's trying to give a more accurate.
So the accuracy, yeah. So the one would be a more accurate reading, but it's more accurate, but is it consistent? That's where I'm And Roy's saying, like, with the bright and dark sections, is that what's contributing to it or as well? He says we're coming off a curve on the AccuTrack.
Hello,
So,
hello, Shays and Scale. Welcome to Heath's channel.
let's try.
He's a new member for Heath.
Thank you. So
Yeah, Adam brings up a good point too. The AccuTrack is coming off a curve.
Well, I just moved
So
it
it's-
over now, so I feel like the AccuTrack's pretty darn consistent. Actually, but I'm trying to understand. Let's see. You rant think someone is right. Yes. Yes, Container Man. I think somebody is writing down the speeds. So Roy says I need a different loco. And, well, yeah, a different loco would be nice. I'm going to eventually have to speed match this guy, aren't I? So it's like at some point I'm going to have to get this guy to work.
It's being pretty consistent on the AccuTrack.
Yeah, definitely. I was really hoping that this this little guy was going to be good, because I was hoping for $55 it would have been a good option for people, but if it's not going to be consistent, let's see.
Okay,
if I move
CP
this.
found a 4-bar spot. I'm not sure what he means by that.
4 bars on his cell phone. He's watching on his cell phone. All right, there we go. So the AccuTrack was 19, and the other one was 17.5 going backwards.
I was gonna go have a beer at each 4 different places.
Yeah, so I did do some adjustment on the sensors, which now the sensors and the blocking definitely seems to be working better than when it was on reflection. So that says 10.8 going forward, and the AccuTrack says 13. I gotta start writing these down, don't I? Because we're getting nowhere trying to have me remember things off the top of my head.
So you're looking at really only a 2 mile per hour difference, scale mile per hour difference there.
Right, which could be, if it was good, if I could run it in a circle, so I always knew that my numbers were the same going forward. Oh, so that was 19 and 18.1, right there.
Okay.
So it does seem like now that we've removed the operator error part from the equation, it seems to be running much better now. Hey Tim, welcome.
You're the operator. You can never remove the operator error.
It's funny, Keith, how in the beginning you said that. My train's just stopped for some reason or another. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Hey, somebody likes me! Just kidding. Marty, thank you so much.
Why?
Much appreciated.
Marty.
So that was a super sticker, right? So I'm trying to figure... So there's something I'm trying to figure out. And I'll bring it up. Tim is like standing like right next to the trains there. Let me show Tim, and then we'll get back to my yakking. Are you in the yard, Tim?
Power in arcade. No, these are displayed. This is the locomotive that's been removed from service.
Gotcha. Anthony, we'll see you at 3:30. I'm assuming Anthony's going live later.
See you later, Anthony.
Bye,
Hi,
Anthony.
Anthony.
I'll see you later.
So something that I'm trying to figure out, something that I'm trying to work on, is different ways people can donate to the channel. And one of the things that I saw is through Stream Elements, you can. Oh, there it goes. I don't know if you can see it up in the top left corner. Oh, it is showing up. Look at that. It is working. M&M Short Lines Railroad, $4. And it says $4 in the center. Can people see that, or is it just way too small? It might be way too small.
I saw
Oh,
it.
and look.
Up the top.
So now
Steve
Stephen
Rowe, $3.
Rowe, $3, and it came up there $7. Oh, awesome. So what I thought of doing, and I'm curious what people think, but Roy Eltham suggested that I do this Amazon. Let me show you this Amazon wish list thing. But some of the items on the wish list are, $30 more, expensive. And what somebody suggested was, instead of asking one person to pay whatever $30 or something for an item on the Amazon wish list, that I should pick an item and I can do one of those little things that as people give money, the counter goes up. So I created this little counter, and I'm definitely feeling like this thing needs to be bigger. And maybe while we're here, if people are interested, I can make it bigger while we're live. But it's kind of like one of those little bubble things. So as people give money, it goes up and up. Okay, so Containerman says, I see CPU with casters, and he's wondering, I guess, probably what that is. So my plan is that the desk is going to be on wheels. So Roy's trying to move the counter. Oh, and look at that, it worked, 2037. You see that? And now Roy's name is popping up as well. So a CPU stand with casters is, I'm going to put the desk on... I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk, but some of these comments are hilarious. It's like the abacus for Sparky. Hey, is there? It is indeed way too small, especially when we're watching on phone. Yeah, let's make it bigger. Let's do this live so that people can actually see it, because you can see how the sausage is made, as they say. So I'm using Stream Elements, as you can see, and I am going to go into my overlays and go to Edit. And this screen will come up here. So the CPU stand with casters is my desk is going to be on wheels, and my computer also then needs to be on wheels so that I can move the computer. I can move the computer then with the desk, and all the cables will, stay together. So if I click on the names and let's go to settings first, and nope, let's not do that. Go to position and size first. Let's change this to 1280, and then let's go to text settings, and let's make can people sort of see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Sort of.
I just broke my camera stand.
So there's the text getting bigger, and now when I save it, it should be bigger. So what did I say? I did 1280, right? So we're going to click on this guy now. I'm going to change this guy to 1200. Change this guy to 80. And then we're going to grab this guy and move it down. And when I click save, it should get bigger. I don't think you don't see the text isn't scrolling anymore though, right?
It's scrolling on what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay, perfect. It's not scrolling on what I'm seeing, so.
I found out that when you're trying to do stuff, what's on your screen is not necessarily what's on YouTube.
That's very helpful, I must say.
Because that gets really annoying when you're trying to do something one way and all that, and it looks perfect, on your screen and all that. Then when you look at over YouTube, it's different, and it's like you don't know how to change it. Because a lot of times I've been using the Zoom meetings, and the Zoom meetings, when it shows on the screen, it's like, okay, somebody's sharing something, and it's like everything looks okay and all that. Then you look at YouTube, and it's the person that's highlighted in the corner.
Okay, there we go. Now it's scrolling. There we go, and now it's bigger. So the thing I don't like about it now, though, is that it's in my face. So I need to figure that out.
Maybe move the camera over a little bit, and then so you're not.
Well, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the bottom right side over here. Is what I'm actually going to do, because that's probably easier. So if I grab it and move it to over here, and then I grab this and put it here, grab that and go here. So Container Man, I don't know if you can see the picture now, but the picture should give a little better indication of what it is. It's basically, it kind of looks like a little furniture rolling dolly. And I need to now go...
Now it looks like you're eating it. Looks like
yeah, see, with the name there, I'm trying to figure out where to put it. I can make it more sort of narrow along the side as well. Like, make it, try and put it up here. People are probably like, why are we watching him do this?
Face your camera more downward.
Yeah, that's another idea. Move the camera down.
The aiming point of it.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, if I'm up here more, then it doesn't look like it's...
Then we just won't see your merch on your shirt.
But that's okay. I mean, and I can turn the donate bar on and off, which is...
He's got me to advertise that.
Yeah, exactly. I do need to reset it, so give me 1 second. I'm going to go away.
Don't bite.
So, okay, Heath, what is your synopsis of the two different speedometers?
My synopsis of the two different speedometers is that I like that now I gotta stand up, because if that's there, that's not gonna work. So I've been ignoring the chat. It's on your forehead. You went too large. It could be 10 to 20% smaller. Left to right, smaller. Let's see. Put it on your right side. So the reason I didn't put it on my right side is because now my name is there. So if I put up the names, I don't want the name thing to pop up over the thing. But the idea now is if people give super chats or super stickers, you now know. So the goal to purchase that CPU stand with casters is $38. So I can let this run for as many live streams as possible, and it'll just grow as it grows, and then once it fills up, it'll fill up. Unfortunately, they don't have a vertical one, which would be nice. Do I ever work? No, but I wish I had a job. I'm working on it. And yeah, it's like a thermostat fundraiser type thing. Exactly. So people are saying, let's see. So if we want to make it just a little bit smaller, let's do that really quick. When I say really quick, I mean like,
3 hours?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So let's do this guy. Make that 100 or 1,000. Oh,
Mean. Like me. A little bit. A little bit.
As I was joking earlier, you're being eaten by birds, but it seems I'm correct.
Yeah, mean ones.
all right. So that should be now. It should be a little smaller over on the side. Let's see. What are people saying? Human City Junction. Can you do it in StreamYard overlay so that it's always there no matter what camera's up? Yeah. So, yes. And I do kind of have it set up like that. I'll explain that in 1 second. Let me reload it.
I think your second's up.
Yep. It's a ticking.
Okay, I've had enough of all you smart people here. Okay, so if we go back here, yeah, so I've got it set up where if I go to the different cameras, and see now, of course, with my little picture down there on the bottom, this doesn't work, so now I got to figure out how to move that. But yeah, if I go to the different cameras, it comes up. I don't have it on the... Oh, no, I do. I have it on the NDI camera. So it does come up on all the different cameras, but I also have a button where I can turn it off as well and turn it back on, just so that, you know, if people don't want to see it, they don't have to see it. But it's kind of...
Now, what about other people's cameras?
So it's hey Z, this is coming in through OBS, not through StreamYard. So I'm building this OBS image here, and that's what it's coming into. There's no way to do the overlay like this in StreamYard at this point. So that's kind of the downsize of it. So Steve, 87 PSAP. Yes, you can change the fonts. Any of the Google available fonts are available. That looks better. Hi, thank you so much. People are saying hello to Z. Bernard is saying trying to watch Sun and Fun. But if your camera isn't big, then it's not big. Don't know what that means. Oh, correct. Yes. There is a downside. Well, folks, it's off to the airport. Rewiring this plane. That is the downside to using StreamYard, is that StreamYard doesn't have as much functionality as things like OBS and Streamlabs OBS. But StreamYard is extremely easy to bring people into the chat. So it's kind of a catch-22 between using StreamYard for the ease of bringing people in versus using OBS or even vMix, or other options. Can you do it? No. So I have the purchased version of StreamYard, actually. I'm paying this is the $10 version of StreamYard. So if you notice, I have StreamYard up in the top right corner, but it doesn't have the duck there. And that's what you get with the $10 version. But even with the other versions, you can do overlays. Like this is an overlay, but there's no way to bring that little bubble counter thing in as an overlay. I can only bring that in as a browser source in like OBS or StreamYards or vMix or one of those. So I will say I'm happy that it works, and I'm going to start wrapping this up. So we're at $20.37 out of $38. So this will, I'll probably just have this counter up again on Monday. And if people want to keep donating to my little stand with casters, I'll just leave it up so that it's there. But before... Yeah, so you don't have StreamYard in the corner because you're paying for, I think, the $25 version, or maybe the $50 version. I'm only paying the $10 a month version, so I'm cheap, I guess you can say. I do have though, and I'll frugal. Yeah, well, yeah. Eventually, I'd love to get vMix, which is what Tom uses. One thing that I will share with people is I redid my website, so I now kind of have a website that looks somewhat like a website. Oh, thank you so much, Container Man. And as you can see, there's your name popping up, Container Man $1.49. Awesome, awesome. Let me bring this back up now, right here. So I did just build a website as well. So if you come here, it'll show all my latest videos. If you go to the live page, you can actually see, here's the chat, and here's the video that's live right now. And so if I am doing a live stream and you go here, you'll see it. But what I wanted to show you is there's a channel support page. And if people want to help me upgrade my StreamYard, down at the bottom here, if you click on this StreamYard thing, this is an affiliate thing, and I can basically work my way up to getting the more expensive StreamYard packages. But I have, the the CMR products. I have the Iron Planet Hobbies, Teespring, and all the other kind of stuff here as well. So if you go to humancity.org, which you can see the URL for a lot of these is humancity.org. That'll take you to this this website, and it's just sort of another way of finding me.
Now, how does the website? What's the URL for the website? Does it have the brackets in it or no?
No brackets, just humancity.org with no brackets or anything. You can also go to humanityjunction.com, but humancity.org is probably the easiest. DES Media Productions, $5. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so that's what I got going on. Who's got anybody on the panel want to talk about what they've got going on in their world?
I'm back with Modelling Sunday this week.
I know Bill was on last week, right?
Yeah, Bill filled in for me. I had a family commitment, so I'm back with it Sunday. I should have a video out as well later on. I've just got to upload it. I've edited it. I've just got to upload it. For the 5th time, it corrupted 4 times. I wasn't happy.
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand that.
Oh, I'd filmed it, everything, and then I put the micro card in, and it corrupted. But
yeah,
getting back on my modelling one, I've got me Modelling Sunday. It's 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock noon, right? It's Eastern time, 12 o'clock noon, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve. Moving the bar a little bit further, a little closer to the $38 goal, so I can get my little CPU stand with casters. If you go to my Amazon wish list, you can see basically I'm just going to go through a bunch of these items at various times and get different things. And what most of the things are they're for my new office that I should be moving into in June. So that's going to kind of be exciting, and I'll be able to do more modeling and more train stuff and not have to keep taking it down every day. So yeah. So Edward, what do you have going on?
I can just leave everything running.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
Well, with this, I'm finishing up a small little company house.
Oh, nice. That's cute.
Yep, from Colorado Models. I'm saying that right. But with the new tracks, we're in the process of doing what they're called build-alongs, where they take take a product and then you got somebody building it along and saying that, hey, this is what I do to build stuff, build how to build it. There's something new coming up which they don't have a name for it yet, but it's sort of like a super build along. It's they're having four guys build the same exact model,
Yeah.
except that they're all different scales.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we talked about there were a couple guys that did a bridge build, and they all happened to build it in HO scale. And next time, if they do it again, they were talking about doing different scales. But yeah, that'll be fun if everyone's a different scale. So
Yeah.
Newtrack's modeling, for people that don't know, that's a YouTube channel and a website. And it looks like John just put the YouTube channel up. And you guys basically do Zoom meetings on YouTube that people can watch. But if you go to the website, you can sign up, and they'll send you the Zoom link so that you could actually join.
Actually
join
join
in the conversation.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, it is one of those things of if you don't want to be. We ask people to have their camera on, so we don't get Zoom bombed, because Zoom,
Yes.
they have a tendency
Yes.
to not want to have their camera on, and so it's one of those things that we ask to have your camera on and your mic off unless you're asking a question.
Right. Yep.
And but if you don't want to be on cameras, if you want to watch it more as a TV show and not really interact and all that, we suggest just go into the YouTube channel.
YouTube and watch it there, yeah. And you guys do I guess it's sort of hosted by Jim Kello, who is a master model railroader, and you do a lot of like sort of build presentations and stuff as well. So it's not just the build alongs, but you guys also do clinics and various things like that as well.
Yeah, we have different people. Paul Thompson, he does what's called a quick tip, which is only about 2 minutes and all that, of going like, hey, I'm going to be doing this little thing and all that. We have one guy that can't think of his name off the top of my head. I want to say Martin, but I think I might be wrong on that. But he's, I think, either the editor or the owner of O-Scale magazine, and he does things on how to do scratch building.
Nice.
There's another guy that does how to do electronics. There's another guy on how to do scenery. So, and it's sort of like trying to keep things interesting and all that.
Awesome. I do want to just point out for people that were following along earlier, now that I've got the $55 one, or the one that would be $50 shipped with the discount code, it's actually being very consistent right now, running back and forth. So it was 100% operator error. I know people are shocked to hear that something on this stream was operator error, but every time going forward, it's it was around 10 point something, and every time going backwards now, it's been pretty consistently the same speed. So I'm gonna try at some point to do a more scripted video showing the differences of this unit, because I do think there's definitely some value to it, but you do definitely have to dial it in order to get it working well. So if you don't want to spend the money on an AccuTrak, this is definitely another option. So just something to consider. So Steve Childers, I don't see you anymore, but I hear you.
I'm down here.
So you want to tell us anything you got going on? Any tips coming out? Anything to do with my poop bags? Anything I can do with my poop bags?
I did find another use for poop bags, but I forgot what it was. The tube, but I forgot what it's for. So I got to remember what that was. But anyway, I'm still working down here on the on the Fairview area, the lumberyard, bakery, and the station there. I have put in some parking lot striping and bumpers, and of course all the wood and all the ancillary things to go with the lumberyard. There's some bricks and concrete block back there along the fence line. So just kind of having fun with it.
Awesome. What's the big end goal with this lumber yard? Do you have like a vision in your head as to what you want it to look like?
I want to jump up a little bit more, this area in here.
Yeah.
I've got to do
Make it
some
look a little
weathering
used.
Yeah, I got to do some weathering to the pavement and stuff, but I got to get a couple forklifts and some more people put there, and just make it, adding detail stuff to it.
Awesome. Well, I do just want to say thank you to everyone that came up on panel today. People that had to jump off, people still here, and thank you to everybody that came and watched. Anthony Dodge will be on at 3:30. I don't know if Hot Rod's on at 7 or not, but if you check the beginning of my video, it showed all of the different streams that'll be on later today, later tonight, tomorrow, and all that kind of stuff. So please come out, support your fellow model railroaders, and just have a really fantastic weekend. And I will see everybody Monday again for Modeling Monday.
Hey Heath, do you have the information for the guy that's coming on at 3?
Anthony Dodge at 3:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can put that link in.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.